Hey, today is March 6th, 2026, and today I'm going to talk about something that I've been thinking about lately. So, generally, I mean, when you kind of when you ask some questions, that is for a reason, right? If you ask someone how old they are, or what is their religion, or what is their race, or if you ask what is their last name to check something, it has something related to it, right? I mean, obviously this is not police or whatever the legal things that I'm talking about. I'm just talking about in conversations people do ask these things, which the moment someone asks these things, I'm like an age, and what do you do, what are your qualifications. Now if I was going for a job interview, they ask my qualifications, yes, I would be answering those. But this is just in normal life. I'm either looking for someone to travel with. Yeah, at this point, yes, that's the only thing that I'm looking for. So, in that case, people are like, oh, what's your full name? Oh, where are you from? And then I'm like, okay, Sri Lanka. After that, why on the earth do you think that I'm going to reveal where exactly I'm living? Like, I mean, why? And it's like not like I ask them, I'm not asking them. What I'm concerned about is if I'm looking for a travel partner, there are things that I look for in a travel partner, and that doesn't have anything to do with their race, religion, no, what are their educational qualifications, or what do they do for a living, or how old they are. No, I don't have this as my search criteria, like, at all. And if someone has these as their search criteria, I generally don't entertain those people, because I mean it's discrimination, right? In this sort of a thing, like, when you're looking, I also, first thing what I do is I ask what do you look for when you're looking for a travel partner. Then they will be like saying 2-3 words something. They don't have a description like I do, like I have 10-15 points. They would tell it, and I'm like, okay, I mean, if you are looking for this, fine. Then I'm looking for, they will be like, trustworthy, honest, and like, this ridiculous things that people tell in interviews and they get failed because they're telling these words, generic words. So I'm like, okay, these are things that I look for. And then they would be, and then, or before that, they would be asking these questions like, where did you go to school? I mean, like, dude, like, why does it matter where I went to school? And why does it matter, like, what's my full name? If we ended up traveling, you're going to know my name, I'm going to know your name. But otherwise, why on the earth do you need to know that? So I'm actually going to share this most probably with these, no, I'm not going to share this with these people, because these people are no longer talking to me because I have blocked them. So yeah, but for future, I'm just going to refer to this, like, I have talked about it already. Because the thing is, if you ask, so this one guy was like, okay, what is your religion? I'm like, no one has asked this question since I was born. This is the first time that someone is asking me this question. No, I mean, have asked, but then these random people have asked. But in reality, like, people that, there was a survey sort of thing. In that also, they did not ask, they just assumed and put it. So, I mean, like, these people, like for example, I do ask whether you're a vegetarian or not, because I would not travel with a vegetarian, because I have done it, and I know, like, how difficult to travel with them, because of their, obviously they would go look for vegetarian food, which is non-existent basically. I mean, unless you, like, eat a fruit and live. So I ask that because it matters to me, right? So that's why I know when these people ask these questions, it matters to them. Now, sometimes I may belong to their religion, I may not. But the fact, I mean, I already know that I don't belong to their religion. Right? So I would generally, and also, for example, this religion thing, I don't practice a religion. I was born to one. Like everyone in South Asia is. We are born to something. But then it's not necessary that I practice it. And also, if someone is judging me based on my religion or race or ethnicity, I don't want to associate with them. And then the other thing is, what do you do for a living? Why do you care? Maybe my dad is paying all my expenses, or maybe I am paying all my expenses, or my granddad is paying all my expenses. Why on the earth do you care? What do I do for a living? As long as I have money to do the things I like to do. And I did not ask what do you do for a living, because I mean, I am assuming you have money, and I don't care where you're getting it from. I don't care whether you're a drug dealer to begin with. I mean, what I want is you have a remote job, so you can deal drugs. I mean, you're obviously a big drug dealer shop person. You have the complete freedom to travel here and there with me. I don't care that you are a drug dealer. You know, that's the thing. And also you need to work in night, because I want to travel during the daytime. So these are these things. And then some people are like, what are your educational qualifications? I'm looking for a travel partner. Why do I need to list my educational qualifications? And I most probably think I don't have qualifications like you do, because I don't really believe in, like, you know, studying this much. Karoge kya? What are you going to do with it? And I did not ask what are your qualifications. I mean, most people that I know have some sort of masters at least, and I don't. And I'm not planning to do anything either. I hated school. So yeah, I'm very happy with my educational qualifications, and if someone is asking for that, I'm not interested in talking to that person. Then the other thing is, people are like, what is your full name? I can't remember the last time someone asked my full name. Like someone that, you know, I'm supposed to give the full name. I can't remember that. But these random people asking, I don't care. I mean, I don't even sometimes, like, you know, if someone interacts with me long enough, I would know a name that I'm going to call them by, like, you know, let's say Ashu or something, like, you know, I'm just giving an example. You know, you interact with me so often that I remember your name, but I'm not going to ask your I'm not going to ask your full like name, because it's I was responding to something that was going in the background. I'm ready to go to the beach. I was waiting until dad comes. So anyhow, the thought process was interrupted. Okay, so, like, you know, I don't care what's the full name. Like, what are you going to do? Like, if I was going to marry someone, I would obviously want to know his last name, because I intend to add that to my name. But then I don't care whether it is Khan or okay, I can't remember Tamil last name, but then whether it's Tamil, Sinhalese, or something else, I don't care. Or Muslim, I don't care. But if it is Sinhalese, I would obviously care whether it looks nice or not. Like, you know, there are upper caste last names and lower caste. I wouldn't want to add a lower caste one. See, this I do consider these things as well, but that is if I'm marrying someone, right? But then I wouldn't consider whether that person is from if that person is from another race. Then I don't consider that, because I mean, yeah, if it is Khan, I would love to get that anyway. So anyhow, like, I'm just earlier I would say, like, why are you asking this and all that, and then I'm like, no, I'm not going to even ask that, and I'm not going to entertain it. I will, like, completely stop talking to these people instantly. And I mean, they can just ask these questions and, like, find someone that would answer these questions, but that's not going to be me. So yeah, what are your thoughts about it? Like, if you're looking for something, specific, and I tell this is what I'm looking for. I am looking for a travel partner, nothing else. Yeah, a travel partner may end up being my life partner. Yeah, but then it's like, you've been traveling for a while and then you think, oh, both of us are vibing and then meshing, compatible and all that, and then we decide to be life partners. That's a different story, right? But this is what I'm looking for. I'm not interviewing for another job at your place to list down my educational qualifications. So tell me your thoughts.